Hello, this is the introductory video for a set of video reflections for Lent, written by myself, Reverend Mark Hanley, and Dr. James Cronin. I'm the rector of the Baltinglass group of parishes in the Church of Ireland, and I'm also vicar of the community of Brendan the Navigator, Come on Brendan Nearfa, a dispersed religious community in the Church of Ireland who aim to promote pilgrimage and reflection. Dr. James Cronin is in UCC, and he has recently completed a doctorate on the works of Thomas Merton. James and I have been friends since my college days in UCC, and I was discussing with him the idea of putting together some kind of reflection. He came up with 7 themes, and it struck me that there are 7 Wednesdays in Lent and also 7 hours or offices, services of the day in the current Western monastic tradition. This fit in well with the idea of having some pieces of Thomas Merton's work to reflect on. And so James has given a historical context and picked the pieces of Merton. I have worked out some of the themes that myself and James initially discussed and put them in the context of the Lenten journey, and also put them in the context of a journey through the church, from the font, the nave, the pews, a side aisle or chapel, the organ, the lectern or pulpit, and finishing here in the chancel. So, each reflection starts with a statement, is themed to one of the offices of the day, is themed to a part of that journey through the church, and then has a comment on Christ's journey through the wilderness, his temptations, his entry into Jerusalem, and his passion. From this, there is a piece of text from Thomas Merton, which seems to be saying something to what has gone before. There is James's explanation of the text, and then my meanderings on all of those things put together. Maybe a reflection that might raise some questions in your faith journey. So we invite you to, every Wednesday at noon, join us on the Community of Brendan the Navigator Facebook page, when we will put up these reflections. Maybe to treat it a bit like Lectio Divina. Listen to the reflections. Sit or pray to reflect on what you've heard. Maybe listen to it again and think, is there something that stands out for you from those reflections? And if there is, to sit with that aspect and ask yourself, why does that piece of the reflection speak to me? And then finally, maybe ask yourself, what is it that you will do, not just internally, but in the world, having reflected in such a way, so that your pilgrimage through Lent becomes more than just a mental exercise and can be, hopefully, part of you developing your faith as we go through Lent. The other aspect of these reflections is I take a line from the prayer of St. Brendan and put them as a finishing prayer to each of the reflections. These haven't been taken in order as they appear in the prayer of St. Brendan, but I think this prayer sums up the ethos of our community and also very much what we wanted to do with these Lenten reflections. And so I'll finish this introductory video by reading and praying that prayer. Help me to journey beyond the familiar and into the unknown. Give me the faith to leave old ways and break fresh ground with you. Christ of the mysteries, I trust you to be stronger than each storm within me. I will trust in the darkness and know that my times, even now, are in your hands. Tune my spirit to the music of heaven and somehow make my obedience count for you. Amen.